Pokemon Pokopia is not just Pokemon Animal Crossing. Restart.run's Jesse Vitelli got his hands on the cozy sandbox recently, so drop us any questions if you have them, but he actually found it far closer to the Dragon Quest builder games, with a lot more construction and environmental customization than Animal Crossing typically presents.
Pokemon Pokopia is way more than that. It's way more involved than that because you are befriending Pokemon to gain new powers to then be able to affect the environment around you. So you become friends with like Bulbasaur, and then you get the ability to pick up bushels of grass and put them elsewhere. And suddenly now you're able to do a little bit of gardening. You befriend a Squirtle, you can now water the garden. You befriend a Charmander, you can now shoot fire to light campfires or torches or whatever else. And then you eventually get abilities like I befriended a Hitmonchan, and then I got the ability to punch the heck out of some rocks.
You went Chris Redfield on some rocks.
Yeah, I was punched some boulders.
There's a definite shared vibe of laid-back, slow-burn development, but unlike Animal Crossing, Pokemon Pokopia doesn't appear to run on any kind of limited progress-per-day cycle.
There was a moment where like there's a rundown Pokemon Center, and here's a bunch of things you can do to build this Pokemon Center back up. The Pokemon Center got built in real time, but it wasn't like a wait 2 days. Now, there might be things that are, like I can see that trajectory, but nothing I saw in this game read to me like, oh, there's going to be a lot of come back tomorrow, come back next week, you know?
In short, it seems there's a lot for both Animal Crossing and Pokemon fans to love here. Pokopia very clearly draws design elements from the former, while incorporating the Pokemon world in clever, functional ways.
It blends it in like a lot deeper of a way than I think Animal Crossing does. It does have a lot of the similar UI elements, like your inventory is basically just a rip from Animal Crossing New Horizons. It is that sort of like beach bubble looking thing that comes above you, and then you just pick out of a couple dots above you. So it is really funny at how the two games are very similar, but they are also very different. Because it's like, oh, your tools are just Pokemon moves. And so when you use the moves, you kind of look like that Pokemon a little bit. So when you're like shooting water, like doing water gun as Squirtle, you get the shell on your back and like the little like squirrel tail just for the moment while you do the animation. Or when you're like picking up leaves, you get Vine, like Vine Whip from Bulbasaur, and you pick up the grass and move it. And so there's like all these little ways in which like they're blending Pokemon and this like gardening / like cozy adventure sim together. And I think that's really cool.
Have you got any questions about our time with Pokemon Pokopia? Fire away, and we'll have plenty more from our hands-on soon.